Hey, it's Carlos Cavallo. Welcome back to the show. It's time. It's that time of the week to get your fix of unbelievable, I'm talking unbelievable, dating advice. Hey, today we're going to talk about how to make your man happy. 7 easy tips. Now, you might find it interesting to know that both women and men have a natural focus on making their partner happy. It's a very powerful motivation that we all carry. Now, I believe that deep inside, we all want to make our partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, lovers, wives, husbands, all of those people we want to make happy. It's the proverbial gift that keeps on giving. It raises the balance in our trust and love bank account. It gives us a sense of place and purpose in the relationship, knowing we have value. You may think that all a man needs in a relationship is sex to make him happy. The truth is far more complicated. A man needs to have that, as we'll discuss, but he also needs a lot of other things as well. Men have emotional needs that most women don't have any clue about. Now, I blame a modern world that doesn't value men as it once did. When a man has his emotional and sexual needs met, he's yours forever, plain and simple. He'll worship you and put you up on a pedestal. He'll want to pay it back to you. He'll cherish you. And all it takes is to know how to make him happy. Now, hang with me here as we explore these 5 simple little steps to make your man happy. Make your man happy. Number 1, put your phone away. Look, if there's one thing a guy doesn't want to do, it's feel like he's less important to you than whoever or whatever you're checking in on Facebook about, or the most recent incoming text. Phone addiction is a real thing. It's very real these days. I see it all the time, nearly everywhere I go. I see couples at dinner gazing lovingly at their phones, making yummy goo-goo eyes at their phones, paying close attention to every word that comes up on their phone screens. Now, I'm being a little cheeky here, but you get my point. If it were 20 years ago, I could have ended all those sentences with each other, right? Paying close attention to each other, making goo-goo eyes with each other. But now we're more in love with our phones than with our partners. Now, before you poo-poo me on that and say, oh, no way, Carlos, you're exaggerating, take a few seconds today. Watch for how many people are sitting there staring at their phone screens instead of their boyfriend or their friend or their girlfriend, or instead of just enjoying the day, looking out at all this wonderful creation. It's very distressing to witness it for yourself. And the only reason more people don't see it is because they're staring at their own damn phones. Now, I'll bet you've held conversations with your man where you're only half there, texting someone as you, You might think he's okay with that, but he's really not. So do him the immense respect of putting your phone away when you're talking or connecting with him. If he's talking with you and you have to do something urgent on your phone, explain that to him. Tell him what's going on. Don't assume that he knows what's going on. And yeah, you might even want to point out this new behavior to him so he sees what you're doing. Tell him, hey, I'm going to do my best to let you know what I'm doing on my phone so that you don't think I'm paying more attention to it than you. And if you do think to yourself, well, Carlos, I don't know, maybe I do like my phone more than him. Well, either get rid of the phone or get yourself a new boyfriend, all right? And speaking as a man, I'm very concerned when I can't get the attention of my wife when she's busy texting away. Not that she does that, she's actually really good about that, but hey, it does happen. Make your boyfriend happy. Number 2, give him the props. One thing men want, besides simple respect, of course, is to know that he's valued and appreciated. This is one of his primary languages of love. And you can't go wrong by letting him know that you value him and appreciate him. Part of valuing him is encouraging him. You have to know how to lift him up when he's low. A lot of guys look to their relationship as a source of energy to keep going when things get difficult. Now, a man might not say this directly, but that's what he wants from you. He needs your love to fuel him up. Men are often said to have fragile egos. While this is not entirely true, it's also not entirely false, but it is important to know that men can be lifted up or torn down by a woman. She can make him or break him with the support she gives him or doesn't give him. Women that provoke a man's insecurities often find themselves in an angry, volatile relationship. And yes, some women do this on purpose to manipulate men, and some men do it to women. Make sure that you make him feel secure in your relationship. Men feel threatened easily, so he wants to know you are there for him. Okay, so what you're saying is coming from a place of love, not criticism and lack of love. If you're dating or married to him, you should also know my perfect passion phrase, by the way, that's going to turn your relationship around. And I give that to you in the passion phrases. If you get a chance, go on over to my site and check that out. Make your man happy he's with you. Number 3, make time for yowza. Yes, guys want a lot of physical intimacy. Hey, you knew we were going to go here, right? But I want to make a different point that you may not have considered. One of the most common patterns couples get into is where they shortchange their time alone at the end of the day. This sabotages the relationship in a number of ways. First, it sets you up to both feel rushed. By the time you get into bed, you're ready for, well, sleep. And that means the mood is not set for wild monkey love. Second, it sets you up to feel like all he wants is sex, when what you're really feeling is a need to be warmed up to it. And then it starts to create resentment between you when he doesn't get his needs met, you don't get your needs met. If you make it a point to go to bed at the same time, with a focus on talking and connecting for at least an hour before you go to sleep, you'll be able to reconnect and have that physical intimacy that you both want and need. I'm always startled to see how few people understand this fundamental principle of relationship time management in their relationship. All right, make him happy. Number 4, support his desert island. Guys need time alone. As much as you may find it provoking and anxious to give it to him, he needs time by himself. This is the reason you hear about man caves. He needs a place of refuge that's basically his room, his retreat. Without it, a man can go slowly out of his mind, or he can go quickly. When a man spends time on his desert island, he recharges, he feels better about himself, and he'll bring this recharge back into your relationship. Trust me on this one. Okay, make your boyfriend happy. Number 5, know his moods. Oh, I didn't tell you, I'm going to extend this today. I'm going to make this 7 things. That's right. I'm going to give you a little bonus here. We're going to have 7 ways to make your boyfriend happy, but this is just number 5. Know his moods. Men have very predictable moods. Once you learn them, you'll know exactly how to handle them. And him. The more time you spend with a guy, the better. Men don't always need you to be doing things when you're with him. In fact, it's best if you spend a lot of time just being around him, not pulling on him for anything, just sitting in the same room, reading a book, hanging out with him. Now, there's a few reasons why this works so well. Number 1, you'll get to observe him and see how he functions, right? Number 2, men bond just by being around a person for long periods of time. The less effort it takes, the more he feels like you're his soulmate. Number 3, you'll discover his mood cycles. And number 4, he'll start to feel that you're a part of his life, and he'll miss you when you're not there. So really, hang out with him and get to know those moods. How to make him happy. Number 6, never discourage him. I've seen a lot of women who feel threatened by their man's outside interests and exploits try to control him by discouraging him from them. These women think they're protecting the relationship, but they're actually ruining it. You can never have the kind of relationship you truly want based on love, affection, and attention when you use any kind of control tactics. We don't want to think of ourselves as being controlling, but very often when we feel insecure about receiving love or getting the love we want, we do try to control it. Discouraging almost never comes from a good part of us. Sure, sometimes we think we're helping our partner be realistic about their abilities, right? You're trying to help him not be so clueless about what's really going on. You want to clue him into the fact that, hey, dude, you're really not that good at wakeboarding or whatever it is that he thinks he's great at, right? And you think you're helping him, but in reality, any attempt to discourage someone, especially your man, is only going to backfire in the long run. They're actually more likely to see you as an enemy of their dreams than a champion of their heart. Sure, if someone is headed down a path of self-destructive behavior, you do need to step in and stop them from that, right? That's a healthy kind of discouraging. If he's overeating or, whatever the bad habit might be. But if you're trying to stop him from doing something out of jealousy or fear of his becoming more interested in that thing than you, that's a warning sign to you that your intentions might not be healthy. You can't force him to love you. It doesn't work like that. How to make a guy happy he's with you. Number 7, Know how to get him committed to your relationship. Ultimately, you need to have your man on the same path as you, pursuing intimacy, increasing vulnerability, working for the success of your relationship. And this all adds up to you making your man want to commit to you and the relationship. It's got to be an active desire. But most women don't know how a man's commitment drive actually works. They try things like pushing him into commitment. Now, you know this one doesn't work well, right? Am I right? Can I hear it? Okay. Calling him and checking on him all the time, staking her claim and protecting it, right? Or things like having the talk with him about where is this thing going? Where is the relationship going? Or trying to trap him into a relationship instead of making it a place where he wants to go willingly. And if you're honest with yourself, you probably realize these tricks don't work. They usually backfire. And when they backfire, they push him away from you fast. But what many women also don't realize is that a man does need to commit to you quickly if you're going to keep him. So if you need to get him to commit, but most of the things you do push him away when you try to get him to commit, what are you supposed to do? Is it a trap? Is it just a dilemma you can never get out of? The secret is actually really simple. You have to get complete commitment from him in order to have the relationship you want. And funny enough, this is actually what makes men happy. This is what's going to make him happy with you. Go check out my video on how to get any man to commit to you using the Cupid effect. Okay, go check it out. The Cupid effect is really important. Most women don't know this little psychological loophole exists in a man's head, and you need to know it. Go on over to datingadviceguru.com/commitment report. All one word, commitment report. It's datingadviceguru.com/commitment report. Go read my special article on that. I really think you're going to get a lot out of it. And hey, I'm trying to give you everything you need to get the man you want. Not only to love you and desire you, but to be there for you when you need him most. Go on over. I'll talk to you again next time. This is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com. As always, live and love with passion.
datingadviceguru.com, the Dating Advice Guru podcast and YouTube content, and all content herein is copyright Morpheus Productions, LLC. Feel free to contact Carlos at www.datingadviceguru.com on the forum or click the Ask Carlos link on the site. We welcome your comments and questions.